Jamali Maddix is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, man.
Man, you really believe that, man? You could have a warehouse worth of dicks.
Well, no, the joke was...
Okay.
The joke was a larger joke.
It was a Tinder joke.
It was about Tinder, yeah. It was about Tinder, and it was about when I saw this Tinder profile and the girl saw it and said she was a whore. And I was like, she's not a whore. She's like the Karl Marx of pussy. She's giving pussy back to the working class man. And there was this whole bit, and I was like, because it has this higher value.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier to give. It's harder to give out dick. It's
Yeah, it's harder to give out dick.
It's easy. The women can just say,
It's always going to be available.
There you go.
Consumer.
Yeah, it's all about commodities, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
you
stock
could put
markets.
Then you could
Economics, my friend.
adjust the price, the price point. Yeah, similar to the price of oil. Barrels of oil.
Damn right,
you
man.
Could just fuck.
There you go.
Right, fluctuate it.
Playing the cock market.
That was live at the Apollo. Jamali Maddix is here, ladies and gentlemen. Hate Thy Neighbor on Viceland. It's a really good show, man. Really good series.
Oh, you're very
man.
kind, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man. It's kind of an interesting concept for those who don't know. You're gonna assume that nobody here knows. How would you describe this series?
Well, the first season was a bit different to the second one. Okay. We're in the second one now, but the first season, basically, I went around the world and I spoke to hate groups. So I spoke to neo-Nazis, I spoke to ethno-nationalists, I spoke to like hardcore homophobes, I spoke to all different groups and did stand up in between it. And then the second one, it was just America, and I went around and looked at controversial ideas, sort of anti-abortion, rehabilitation camps for kids where they send kids to prison for 72 hours. That's scared straight programs and stuff like that. Yeah.
How did you approach like the neo-Nazis and say, hey, by the way, what is your ethnicity? If you don't
I'm mixed race.
Mixed race. So I'm a mixed race guy with a great beard, and I want to come talk to you about your shit.
We had to warn them before I went, because they basically sell them the story and you go, look, this is the documentary. And they go, yeah, I'm with it. And then you go, oh, by the way, he's not a white dude. And they go, so a lot of people dropped out because they didn't want me in their house and that, which is fair enough. I mean, I'm not surprised by that rule of no black people in their house. But
well, isn't mixed race even worse to them?
Yeah. Well, because they think my family's like race traitors.
Race traitors.
Yeah. So my family race traitors.
You deal with that at your family reunions, DP?
No.
Family reunions,
Right.
Damn. He's looking at him mad disappointed in that, like, look at him. Look at this guy.
Race traitor. Race traitor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but like, it's weird because it's not. It's when you're one-on-one with them, it's fine. Because with majority of racists, it's always like, you're fine.
Yeah.
But it's those.
It's them other niggas.
It's them other niggas and Jews. Yeah. And it was my favorite part was I was talking to this Nazi, and I'm talking to him about black people, and he goes, look, Jamal, you gotta understand, I'm not a racist, I'm more of an anti-Semite. And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah, and then I saw from the swastika t-shirt that you're rocking with the anti-Semitism. But
he saw it as being different. Being racist and anti-Semite.
Yeah. Because he thinks anti-Semite is sort of to hate the Jews is to sort of because they're such the Jews are trying to take over the world. So him hating Jews is righteousness. Snap. Yeah, because he thinks that like black people and white people should come together and beat the Jews and then be separate. So we should come together for a bit. No, not forever.
Right.
But for a second.
For a second.
Betray
your race. You can't do that because all the little white girls are going to have babies that look like you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just life. But, they don't fool that shit, boy.
Yeah, Jamali Maddix is here.
Yeah, I know it's a dumb show.
It is not. No, hold on.
No, brother. No. Sway. No, I don't mean like watch it, please. Okay. I need the money for the first season, but like I spent all my money. But it is a. I mean, when I say dumb, it's ridiculousness, and it is.
Okay.
And it's meant to be watch, and that's why I put the comedy in there because I mean it's some gnarly shit. You know what I'm saying? But but then you got to see the ridiculousness in it.
In America, like. How many hate groups did you guys vet out? Like, how many hate groups?
You got a few.
You got a few?
Yeah, you got a few. You're doing well here.
Really?
You're doing well here.
The market's up on hate groups. How is it different in the UK, the hate groups, compared to the ones here? Is racism the same flavor?
No. England is much more, it creeps up on you. It's more of like it's more of a fine wine. It's more, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
It's aged.
Yeah. Over here, it's more in your face. Like over here, you like to shout your racism. But in England, we're more like, we're more passive aggressive.
Y'all taste it a little
bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit more. It's a bit more like, oh, look at him, But over here, it's sort of like, you go for it here.
We throw it up.
Yeah, you go for it here, man.
Yeah,
Because it's that weird. Because there's certain laws is different here, Like in England, you can't deny the Holocaust. It's against the law to be in public deny it. But over here, you have sort of freedom of speech to say that. So
when you say against the law, you could go to jail for denying the Holocaust.
Yeah, if you publicly deny the Holocaust. I'm saying here like I'm the fact guy.
Yeah,
Someone's going to be, hey, that's not the truth. I know, but I'm a comedian. No. But but from what I know, it's against the law to deny the Holocaust in public. Like you can't just go around saying like, no, them Jews didn't die. You can't say that shit.
Who was excited about Brexit in the UK?
What do you mean? People who voted Brexit?
Yeah. But which hate groups in the UK were like, yeah?
There was like, well, again, Brexit was such a weird, complicated situation just because there was, some far right wing people enjoyed it, but then also moderates enjoyed it. And everyone had their different reason for voting it. Some people it was economic reasons. Some people it was just because of this sort of racial reasons. It was such and no one really knew what Brexit was. Even now, we don't really know
what the hell is it, bro?
I don't know.
We're not part of Europe no more.
Oh,
it's done.
The European trade.
We're done.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's what but we're like done.
Yeah.
So I can't travel Europe without visas. It's all mad. It's like we don't. But the thing is, like, nobody had a plan. So because no one thought it was going to happen. So when Brexit happened, everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And they're like, "So what's the plan?" They go, "We don't have a plan." So we don't have nothing.
We've been seeing a lot of that in politics globally lately.
Well, no, everything's run by emotions, isn't it? And trying to sell ideas rather than sell real solutions. Because people would rather have a mantra than actually have a solution. The left and the right. I'm not just talking about the right wing here.
It's all the same to me.
Yeah, everyone rather have a nice mantra. Everyone wants to have like a nice little bumper sticker.
And they don't want
build a wall.
Build a wall. They don't want nobody to come in their neighborhood and possibly screw it up.
Yeah, that's it, man. But there's actually no real, solutions or things being presented as such in mainstream politics.
Yo, have you ever been in danger doing your show? Did you ever feel like somebody was like,
I've been threatened a couple times.
Like what kind of threats?
I got one threat when I was at a clan bar. I went to a clan bar in Georgia and I wasn't allowed in the clan bar. And the best bit is they only let my camera crew in, but all of my camera guys were Jewish. Because they think Jews run the media. This production they did. So they were in there and they were filming, and then they let me in after. And there was one guy who was saying that he should have brought his noose when I was there. And
how'd you respond to that, kid?
There's nothing you can, he says it over there. There's nothing you can really say.
I should have brought my noose.
Yeah.
Like that. Wow.
Because he's not going to do it. It's all empty threats, man. Because there's a camera crew, they're not going to do nothing. They're trying to freak you out. And I wasn't swayed by that. But then another one, I went to a white power music festival in Ukraine. And there was like dudes getting stabbed in the head and shit. Like it was gnarly, man. And it was the only time when I was walking around like, this is not worth the money.
Stabbed in the head.
Yeah, everyone had knives. Everyone was like, people were stabbing each other. Like it was really gnarly. And then
for fun?
No, fighting.
Like mosh pit shit.
There's mosh pit shit, and they were fighting, and there was people mosh pitting and stuff. It was like that was the gnarliest place I've been.
Heather, why are you looking at him like he did the stabbing in the head? Like he did.
You look disappointed.
Wow.
I feel like if I was your son, you'd tell me not to do this job.
Yeah, it just. Well, no, I think it's also. You learn a lot. You need to see it sometimes, and you need to hear it. Otherwise, you live in your own little world too, and just think that it doesn't exist. So you got to see it sometimes, right up in your face.
Yeah, the good thing is that it is very small. These guys aren't. They're not in their millions. They're in their hundreds, especially the neo-Nazis. If we're talking about neo-Nazis,
the ones you see.
Yeah,
it's the ones you don't see.
Yeah, I love that sway conspiracy.
You like that, right?
It's the ones you see.
The ones you don't see
are
the ones
you don't see, my brother.
I like letting these racist people and their views be exposed. I offer this platform for that. I grew up in the 70s where that shit was in our face. And then all of a sudden it disappeared. I can see it. I sniff it.
Yeah.
I can smell it.
Sucking up all the white man's air.
Did anyone even kind of make sense with their stance, even though they're wrong, but they just make a compelling argument?
No.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I don't. No, I don't believe in ethno states. I just don't. I don't believe in ethno nationalism and stuff. But Jules, you don't. It's not that you agree with what they're saying. I can see how they got to that situation.
Okay.
And you kind of feel bad, not even bad, but you feel like, because I think you have to take responsibility for your actions. But you kind of think, because they live in shithole places. They're disenfranchised. You know what I'm saying? So, someone charismatic can come along and say, hey, it's Rodriguez that's fucking you over. Do you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, or someone.
Yeah.
But then the problem is that you see that guy who's saying to you, hey, it's Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That person that's he's saying to you have more in common with Rodriguez than you do with that guy who's telling you that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Though you have more in common with that guy, but they put that divider in there for you. So and it's fear, and it's someone you can blame, and it's just that and you can then demonize it and sort of put this characterize it and caricature it. Because I was there and he was telling me about black people, and I was like, do you think I'm like that? And he goes, no. So I go, so what's the difference? And he goes, well, I've met black people. So all the black people you've met, me, everyone is cool, but it's the other ones. I said, where are these other ones that don't exist? And they can't answer that, because they have an idea or something, not a reality.
That's when you brainwash, you don't have,
you don't have reality.
You can't get
you
off
lose the
message.
Grips. You lose the grips of reality on some of these, because some of the stuff they blame Jews on is mad.
Hate Thy Neighbor airs on Viceland Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Jamali Maddix is here. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah, you're saying it right. I'm sorry if it's a bit of a downer, man.
No, man, you really cheering us up right now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
No, this is good.
I can do some bits if you want.
I asked for you to be here.
I know. I'm just playing with you, Sway.
No, that's good.
No, I'm a big fan of you, man. I was, man. Like I was thinking about this because when I got it through, I was like, no, Sway, because you hosted the Supernatural and Juice battle.
Oh shit!
And that's dope.
Yo,
that's crazy.
You know about man?
Yeah,
a round of applause.
Supernatural and Juice. That was a crazy battle because it was Juice was coming in dope, and then Supernatural came in and just destroyed it. And you came in on that Pheromone beat.
Yes.
Yeah,
man.
And then he came and he goes, "You got the nerve," and he goes, "I'm gonna take your name off the wall," and rips it. And it was dope. And now you was there.
I was right there.
With the big hat. It was dope.
You remember the hat?
Yeah, it was a big hat.
I got to bring the big hat back,
You need to bring the big hat back.
That was a rap, actually. That was a rap.
Yeah. I was the rap.
You want a little history? I know this is your interview.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so what happened was... Yo, look that up, too, by the way. Juice and Supernatural kept coming on the Wake Up Show.
Yeah.
And both of them are exceptionally at that time, there wasn't anybody that was freestyling better than those guys. Craig G.
Yeah.
KRS-One. Common. There were a few guys, but they were already more established. These guys were independent at that time, and they were on the
radio.
They weren't on the radio, and they kept coming up. And then we were syndicated all over the world in all these different markets, and people kept saying, "Can you put them together?" And it happened, and we were able to fly them both in town. I couldn't believe it was happening. And we had like 9 different judges, from Be Real to Exhibit to Chino XL, Crooked Eye, at that time King Crooked now. Yeah. We had them judged, so Tech and I wouldn't be, because people thought, you're going to favor one over the other. So, we're going to beat you on that. We had them judged, and that shit, the magic in that, man, I was nervous on stage.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at my face.
That's history. That's a moment of history, man. Gosh, you can't relive it, because even I've only seen the tapes, and you can't relive that, man. That's
a
crazy.
video. Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen the video. That's what I'm saying. I've seen the video of it.
Damn, I haven't seen the video.
Yeah, I've seen the video of it, but that was, I remember seeing, because I remember, like, because I used to, because battle rap was big in England at one, like, majorly big. You had the sort of Jump Off, and the WRCs, which was the American Commonwealth and the World Rap Championships, and Britain sort of ran it for a little while. Sort of like was the biggest, and then went to Canada with KOTD, and so I was like really big into battle rap, and obviously Supernatural, and Juice, who was flawless.
Yep, Juice was flawless. Yo, you find that? We're gonna come back, open up the phone lines, 888-742-3345. Sway the Morning, Shade 45. Jamali Maddix is here. Hate Thy Neighbor airs on Viceland Tuesdays, 10 p.m. What's your social media if people want to continue talking to you about this?
Yeah, it's on Jamali Maddix on all forums. So Jamali Maddix on Twitter, Jamali Maddix on Instagram, Jamali Maddix on Facebook.
Okay, we got and everything. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
You're a smart guy.
There's not too many Jamali Maddixes out there. So.
Not even
No, and they steal my handle.
Do they really?
I mean, I think there is a thing of like people would. I think when internet first came out, there was like a bunch of people who would buy like Coca-Cola.com quickly, and then Then when Coca-Cola's like, "Can we have it back?" They're like, "Yeah, it's gonna cost you a hot meal still."
Yeah, you know that happened to me.
Yeah. That happened to you.
Well, we got Sway's Universe, and before I said it on the air that, man, I'm gonna start this YouTube channel. I'm gonna call it Sway's World, and then it wasn't taken. 5 minutes later, it was taken. And I was just too fucking stubborn, and man, I ain't paying you for shit. I'm gonna come up with another one.
How much they asked for? They asked for big money.
They wanted $500 for it.
$500.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have paid the
No. I'm gonna pay for my name.
I thought you meant $1,000. I was like,
No.
$500?
Nah,
come on, Sway, you're doing well, Sway.
Principal.
Sway, you're doing okay. After you got nice jackets and shit. Come on, Sway. I would give you the £500.
Ask how much you pay for the jacket.
How much you pay for the jacket?
Got it for free.
Are you really like? Are you really physically smart with your money then? Yeah.
I've done well at managing my money and budgeting my money.
Yeah,
but it wasn't that. I'm very generous. But how you gonna take the
I like how you're backtracking now.
You know,
I'm generous.
I'm generous, but I'm not gonna pay you so I can use some of my name.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
This Sway's universe, so it's bigger anyway.
Yeah.
The universe is bigger than the world.
Damn right.
Back.
All right. Dan, what up, man? Dan, what's up, man?
What's up,
Hey,
Dan?
Dan.
Hey, what's up? Hey, good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Great, man. Say hello to Jamali. You got a question for him?
Hey, Jamal. Yeah, I was just going to say, I saw the Hit Thy Neighbor, the neo-Nazi episode, and that shit's crazy, man.
All right,
I
man.
knew that shit existed, but it's unreal to see how ignorant people are.
Yeah, man. Well, they're out there, but there's more of us than there is of them, brother. So don't worry about it.
Nice.
But I have a question. When you went to the swastika burning, I think it was, or the cross burning, I know you had to sit across the lawn with binoculars. Was that really scary?
No. Well, what happened was they said that I couldn't go over to the line, right? Because there was other white supremacist groups there, and they said, "Oh, you can't come inside." And I was like, "Cool." So I sat across the on like the field across. And I had these binoculars, and I was drinking beer, and I was sitting on this bench. Like I brought a little fold-out chair with me.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I'm watching with the binoculars, and then you see they're trying to put up this swastika, and they can't get it right. So it keeps on falling apart. It keeps on falling down. And this is a clip of me with the binoculars, and I look down, and I go, "That's the master race." Like, and it's like, and then I eventually went over there and that. But no, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's scary. It's more scary when you go home and you think about what dumb shit I was doing.
Yeah.
And I was a little younger when I made that. You know? Like the second season, I didn't put myself in that much.
Did you see a lot of weapons?
Yeah.
A lot of
you
guns.
got a lot of guns here anyway, man.
Yeah.
In certain states. I mean, New York City is not too much. Or I guess there might be, but I haven't seen any. But, Oklahoma, they're like a gun in Oklahoma, man.
So everybody had a gun on them?
Yeah. More time than not, yeah.
Huh. Who you think the guns were for if they were all part of the same group?
Well, I mean, people just have this thing of like a right to carry a gun here, innit?
Yeah.
Like they just carry a gun regardless because they can,
Okay.
I don't really understand the gun culture.
Those guns were for you, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Will from Vegas. What up, Will?
Well,
Hey, what up, Sway?
What up, man?
What up? Hey, man, listen, ain't nothing wrong with you being frugal. Stay yourself, brother.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you, Will.
but check it out. I just want to let Jamali know I watch his show. I'm a big fan, and what I think is dope is how once you get through all the hate and the hype, those people really don't know what they mad at, and I think that's why they begin so upset.
Yeah. As well as it's weird, and this is not me having sympathy, even really, but we do when we talk about certain people, we forget they're humans.
Yeah.
And, these are people who have had experiences and life and shit, and something happened to make them that. And that's what I was always interested in. Because I didn't want to make a show where I just go around the world and say you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because they are. And we all know they're wrong. But it's just that simple. It's easy. I want to actually know why they do.
How they get to that point.
Yeah, I think I'm more interested in why than what. Because what is sort of sensationalism? What is just someone just saying something crazy and we'll go, well, that's crazy. But why is interesting to me?
Agree.
Yeah.
DB?
I was just curious because I didn't get to watch all the episodes, but you hear stories of black groups that are racist towards whites. You know what I mean? Like I've heard stories of people hearing black Israelites out on the corner and they're like,
I've done an episode about them.
Yeah. So I mean, when you talk to them, is it a little bit more disheartening to hear like people that you might feel like are cool with you and they're so extreme in their views?
If we're talking specifically about the black Israelite, I mean, again, it's sort of it's different situationally because why they've become that is different. Especially that, and because it's got so much of a religious undertone to it, it makes it even weirder. Because then it's sort of mixed in with faith and belief. With the black Israelites, one thing that really got me was, obviously they feel disheartened as, black people in America and stuff like that. And it's sort of that hope that one day they're going to get white slaves. And that was like their hope. That's like their reparation. That's their, and it's
white slaves?
Yeah, they think Jesus come back to give white slaves. That's what they believe, that Jesus coming back, he's going to put white people in slavery. which I think white people make terrible slaves. But
yeah, they probably lazy. They don't know how to do this.
You whip them once, they run to the manager. You know, they go down.
They go to HR. They go to HR.
Alexa. It's a white slave.
All right.
Siri.
Okay, so Mike is in Toronto. Mike, what up, man? What you want to say?
Yo, what's going on, Sway?
Big Mike, give me that. Hold on, we start over, Mike. Give me that energy. Mike, it's Big Mike, y'all.
What up, Mike?
Yo, what's good?
My man, Mike, go ahead.
Yo, Jamali, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Yo, I want to ask you about stereotypes and what you've learned from the show. I haven't checked it out yet. Sounds sick. I fucks with Viceland heavy. So I'm
just not my show.
To check that out. But what's your opinion on like stereotypes and if there's any truth behind them? Because I find a lot of times like I make stupid shit, like stupid jokes about stereotypes, and people call me racist. I'm like, yo, I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally, but sometimes there's some truth to certain stereotypes with certain cultures. You know what I mean?
Like what? If you give me an example.
I'm not trying to knock nobody on the air.
Hey man, don't start with black then. Go to another one. You ain't got to start with black, Mike.
You know, like I could say something about like watermelon with black people, or
but everyone likes watermelon. That's mental.
Chinese people not being able to drive.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Chinese
like,
people
shit like that.
Man, damn, man.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you 4?
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean.
Just like, did you graduate, Mike?
I mean, I guess there is cultural.
Mike, you don't eat watermelon?
Yeah, but I mean, there are cultural things, you know, that sort of, you know, span across, you know, maybe racially, but I don't know. I mean, as well, but then, you know, jokes are jokes. I'm a commit. Like, that's that weird thing, isn't it? Like, I'm not. You know, people think I'm way more woke than I am. Like, I just don't eat bacon sometimes. Like, I still
sometimes.
yeah, sometimes. You know, but like, I still believe in humor and shit. Like, I still believe in jokes being jokes. You know, and stuff like that. But again, I do believe in repercussions for words.
Yeah,
like you know, it's cause and effect. If you're gonna say something, you know, someone might call you a piece of shit for saying it. You know what I'm saying? That's cause and effect, and you gotta own your words.
But where's the line between comedy being comedy and you shouldn't take it that serious and saying some shit that's really fucked up?
There is no line. That's the issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is no. It's all subjective.
Right.
I mean, I could say something that you find horrific,
right?
And Sway's laughing. Who's wrong?
I'm cracking up.
Who's wrong?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And where do we draw that line? Would you draw the line at your feelings? No.
Right.
But do we draw the line at his feelings? Because he thinks it's funny. So is that okay? You know, it's you know, I don't have the answer to that. All I can do is like stand by that. If I say something, I stand by that. You know, and I go, well, I think that's funny. And I'm going to stand by that shit, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad, you know?
Jamali Maddix, ladies and gentlemen. Worth seeing this show. I know you're already watching Viceland, so watch Hate Thy Neighbor. Airs Tuesdays at 10 p.m. What's next for you, man?
I'm doing a stand-up tour.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going on tour. I need to do some more comedy, man. Like, I'm doing this, even just talking about it now, I can see everyone's face just a bit like, man, this is a fucked up world out here, man.
But I'm excited.
Yeah. But I want to do some stand-up, man. You know, I'm gonna do some shows over here.
Let us know. Come back, man.
Yeah, I'm doing there. So, but if you go on my website, I'll be plugging the dates, dropping them real soon. But I'll be coming here, doing my Vape Lord tour. So I'm doing England and Europe first, and I'm going to come over here by the end of the year. I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your opinion, who's been the most impactful rapper to come out of the UK? On a global scale.
I mean, obviously it's going to be Skepta or Stormzy in terms of what, you know, on a global scale.
Yeah.
But in terms of, you know, because I take UK rap in terms of lineage.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Wiley, who basically invented the sound of grime, or was he a godfather of grime, one of the pinnacle guys of that, you know? So I take it from lineage. Do you know
Wiley,
what I'm saying?
and then it was Dizzy? or
no, Dizzy came after Wiley. Yeah. Because it went garage, then grime.
And
so Wiley was from Jungle Days, which is predating everything. That's before I was born. And then he goes to grime. So I say Wiley is the godfather of that. And then it sort of goes from Dizzy and all of that. So, but Stormzy right now is probably the biggest.
Oh, Stormzy's incredible.
Skepta.
Yeah.
But, you know, dudes I like listening. I love listening to them dudes too. But for me, I'll say Cass is Dead. It's one of my favorite rappers right now in the UK.
Okay.
Who else I like? You know, I like Mike Skinner from the streets. I think he made some dope music. You know, there's all different types of stuff.
Sims.
Yeah. And Lil Sim's good, man. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit. I'm a little bit just above that generation.
Okay.
I'm a little bit old.
Yeah.
for that. But I think she's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
She's been up here too.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we've had some.
I've seen your shows, 5 Fingers of Death and all of
You
that.
saw what we do. Come on, man.
I've seen it, bro. You know, I was trying not to freak out, but like, because like you don't understand, man. I've been watching this stuff for time. I've been watching you for time and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big hip hop head. I'm like,
I know that's
90s hip hop, and you know.
Next time you come, we're gonna go that direction.
Oh yeah, you know, big 90s, you know, Wu-Tang, all that, man. MF Doom, all of that, man.
Wu-Tang cap on.
Oh man, I had to show respect, man. I say Wu-Tang in every episode of the show as well, and they, I try to hemorrhage Wu-Tang into it. It's not my favorite crew, man. Wu-Tang.
I'll connect you with RZA, man. Got a project in mind.
Dope.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming by, man.
No, thanks for having me,
pleasure
brother.
to have you. Come by anytime, by the way.
Oh, you're very kind, my brother.
All right, absolutely. Later on in the show, we'll be talking with Consequence and Ali Shaheed Muhammad from Tribe Called Quest. Sway in the Morning, Shade 45.